China may be relooking its strict COVID-0 policy. Beijing's top political advisory body says the country needs to look at how to better control the pandemic at a lower cost. Well, this comes ahead of the opening of China's annual political meetings in Beijing. Olivia Xiong joins us live. Olivia, China's COVID-0 approach has been a key focus. Are authorities actually considering relaxing some virus measures?
Well, we've been left to read between the lines. Nothing explicit from the Chinese officials, but perhaps there's been a little bit of shift in the language that has been used when it comes to China's COVID approach. And that's because, China's zero COVID policy has meant that, yes, China has been able to keep its case numbers rather low compared to other parts of the world. But that has also meant lockdowns, travel restrictions, its borders largely remaining closed off to the rest of the world, even as other countries continue to open up. And so there really has been an impact on the daily lives of Chinese here, even from where I'm speaking to you from. I'm in a quarantine hotel at the moment. I've had to undergo multiple COVID tests so that I'm able to cover these political meetings that are beginning tomorrow. And so we hear the officials talk about the social costs needing to be reduced as China moves ahead in dealing with COVID-19. At the same time, though, the official has defended China's approach, saying that there would be unimaginable consequences if China's measures didn't work. He pointed to how some developed countries have seen a resurgence of the virus with their medical resources stretched. He also refuted claims that China's tough approach has had an impact on a global supply chain, instead saying that the reverse is actually true, in that it has allowed China to continue production and lead the global economic recovery. But moving ahead, we heard from the official that China needs to continue to monitor the situation of the virus spread at home and abroad.
我们的防疫措施相对成本低。 成效好，也体现了以人民为中心的执政理念，也体现了我国社会主义制度的优越性。下一步我们要密切关注、研判国内外疫情形势的发展，加强科学防控、精准施策，努力以更高的水平。 更小的社会成本来控制住疫情，保障经济社会持续健康稳定的发展。
The question, though, really is how and when China may relax some of its COVID measures. Some quarters, some top scientists have said that this dynamic clearance policy cannot last forever, that China may be looking at coexisting with the virus in the near future, although we have heard other voices saying that it is too soon to talk about this, given that the Omicron variant is still spreading in the country.
Meanwhile, Olivia, the crisis in Ukraine also weighing on Chinese leaders.
Absolutely. We know that in these political meetings, even though at this news conference that took place today, Ukraine was not brought out, but it's likely that will be in sharp focus as we move into these political meetings, and we expect Chinese Premier Li Keqiang and Foreign Minister Wang Yi to meet the press. And this comes as China has really tried to balance its relationship with Russia, its warming ties in the face of Western pressure, but also as it's come under increased scrutiny over its non-committal stance. The U.S. saying that anyone that supports Russia would be possibly tainted by association, and that pointing to possibly an even greater strain in China-U.S. ties, which will likely be in focus as well.
Thanks for all that. Olivia Xiong in Beijing.